What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning on the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is Skady. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is GrandMonster. The map is Arctic Craters. This is game number 3 of this best of 5 for the Vubli Champions League season number 2 semi-finals. Boom! Skady's on match point, guys. He's been executing some incredibly good rushes this game and showing off how you can get away with being aggressive and get your dubs here. The thing about Skady, though, that we haven't actually seen here is every single one of these rushes has been backed up with a follow-up if the rush doesn't deal as much damage. So it's like it's a continuous amount of pressure until he either loses or wins, basically. That's how Skady's been sort of approaching this. And now we're seeing Arctic Craters. This is one of those unique maps. We don't see this one on the Vubli ladder. What happens is you don't get a lot of wood in your main base here. The wood is all outside of your crater. You do get a lot of it outside of your crater, but it's very hard to defend. And that is going to be a huge issue here for GrandMonster, it seems like. And the other thing that's unique is you get these craters here where you can get some elevation bonus. A very little known fact. And I'm sure I've said it once and I'll say it a million times whenever I see this map. But if you're at the top of this and you throw an axe or a projectile down to the bottom of it, they're going to get, I think it's a 0.25 elevation bonus, which is a lot. That's almost 3 tiers of weapon upgrades, right? So, but it has to be a big enough cliff. The small cliffs aren't really enough to give any elevation bonus. It's a little bit different to Age of Empires 2, in that any elevation is elevation, right? So GrandMonster has got a gold mine sitting at the top, right next to this location here. The throwing axeman will be able to throw axes down to the bottom if Skady gets the opportunity here. We are seeing a temple coming in for Skady. Not going to be surprised to see Heimdall here. He's been rushing every single game, and GrandMonster needs to come up with some sort of answer to the aggro style of Skady. A Heimdall here from Skady, very tough to deal with, though there is options, or there are options for GrandMonster. He can go with Freya here, getting out that free Valkyrie, raiding around with that one, forcing Skady to leave some Hersa at home, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of villagers. Other option is to go Heimdall himself, rush out the Ulfsark, and then try and just bum rush Skady off of any sort of advantage here. We'll see what time Skady's going to be looking to advance. He's getting his second ox card out. Still needs a little bit more food to advance. Has found these elk over in the bottom corner of the map. Doing some scouting with the goats. And we will see how this is going to go. Villagers up onto this wood line here. A little bit awkward as they're running around the wrong side here. And we still haven't seen either player starting their advance time. Going up a 20 population for Skady. It looks like through Heimdall. 20 population for GrandMonster. Just a little bit behind. Not sure exactly why that is. About 6 seconds behind. Maybe GrandMonster having a little bit of issues there. We see the spy onto this location. Hersa going to be starting to get pumped out of this temple here. Houses coming down. One thing that I would advocate for in this... when you do these Heimdall rushes, is attempt to bring this Skraeling back to your home base to build houses. Don't build them in the middle of the map here, because you might get pushed back. If you get pushed back, you're not out of the game, but as soon as you start losing houses, it hurts a lot. That means you have to start rebuilding your houses instead of your long houses, which can definitely be very, very painful. We see some houses coming up on this location here. There is a double gold mine Arctic Craters here. Wall segment is up over on this sentry tower, but Skady's got access to Undermine, so he can kill all of this wall and potentially also the sentry tower with a good click of that that Heimdall here. Now we see the Hersa coming in onto this location as Heimdall has come through. Freya also comes through. We're seeing very, very precariously placed longhouse here, though it does kind of ruin the elevation a little bit. And the village is going to get pulled back. We see the Undermine coming in onto this longhouse, immediately going to be denying that one. Nice play from Skady. That's That's one of the new uses, or kind of old uses you could do of the... Oh my god, that Undermine killed the tower as well. What a placement there by Skady, preventing a longhouse here, killing the sentry tower, and killing the wall here. If you don't know, you can actually aim Undermine to kind of shoot through the ground a little bit, but just an incredibly good start here by Skady. Now moving in with the Iron here, he can blow the horn onto these dwarves if he so chooses. Going to be pushed back. Did we see an Ulfsark getting built there? Not just yet. Well, one Ulfsark has been built out of the town center, it looks like. Another longhouse going to be coming down over on this side as more units starting to stream in. We've got the Hearser, we've got the Throwing Axeman coming out here for Skady. He also has the Iron here, which will help out a ton. This Ragi Berglicker, that's an interesting name to say at the very least. Very low HP, though this Hearser here going to get pushed back just a little bit. We do see the Valkyrie here, but it's getting picked off. The Valkyrie does manage to snipe the Oxcar, but loses her life as well. It looks as if Skady's at 20 villagers, so he hasn't really lost a single villager, just the Oxcar, or maybe he's lost one villager there, not building villages or something. I'm not sure 100% what's going on, but he's getting his Oxcart queued back out. The Valkyrie's dealt with. Now GrandMonster's temple is going to be under attack. The temple is too far forward here. It's too far forward. The town center not going to be able to hit this one. We get another Einhjar spawn here for Skady. Absolutely brutal to see that one there, because it's like this matchup is all about the Einhjar. Just like the Norse versus Egyptian matchup is kind of all about the Frost Giants. The Einhjar matters so much here because they help give mini flaming weapons every single time they blow that horn, and that gives you tons more favor, which gives you tons more myth unit spawns, etc, etc. But now GrandMonster's eating this gold over here, eating this hunt over here, so he just needs to hold on if he can. It's 66 population for Skady. It's a 49 population for GrandMonster here. So a huge, huge advantage for Skady as he is continuously pumping out these units. He can actually start building Einhjar now. And in fact, he's got them queued out of the temple as well. He's already got 3. It's almost possible for him to now just bum rush the temple with all those Einhjar and the Hearser to help push him. We're going to see this temple go down as well, as Skady is continuously microing back here, allowing his 60% pierce armor, 275 HP on here to tank the town center there. So smart play there. Hearser chilling on this location, looking to maybe try and push over here and get the damage done. We see another longhouse coming up for GrandMonster as he is struggling to continuously produce units here, but he's still alive for the time being, though the score differential here is absolutely gigantic. Over double the score lead at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. You don't see that very often at all. Villagers getting pulled off of the boar over here. The Hearser coming in, going to snipe these Hearser that are running back. Einhjar going to help out a lot there. The Hearser does garrison into the sentry tower. Villagers pushing back over onto this food here, but looks like Skady going to be allowing this wood to get gathered for just a little bit here as the sentry tower does get taken down, and there's another Valkyrie spawn there for Skady. He's got so many myth units here. His population advantage is over 30 right now. He's got a 32 population, 34 population advantage now, taking down the longhouse as well. Going to be looking to move in and maybe just take down the town center. Why not at this point? We've got to see GrandMonster micro this just a little bit on that town center to start sniping something that is not named Einhjar or Valkyrie, I guess. Anything else is good. We see the house is getting taken down, and now Skady, he's just going to kill off all the houses, and now GrandMonster can't produce any more units. Skady doesn't even care. He's getting the Eldhrimner Kettle, which gives so much extra damage for the Einhjar, I believe. What's the upgrade? Extra hit points and hack damage. He's even stealing some goat here as well. That's hilarious. Going to drop a Throwing Axeman or two, but Skady not deciding to go straight for the town center just yet, even though he's got 6 Einhjar here. He could very easily take it down, and there he goes. He's clicking on to the town center. That's going to force GrandMonster to at least have to fight this as Eldhrimner Kettle comes in. Look at those Einhjar's damage just jumping up to 30 there with the help of the other Einhjars coming in. We see the Throwing Axeman fighting here, doing a lot of damage. We see Skady at 90 population, GrandMonster at 75 population, as all of these units do seem to be falling for GrandMonster, but he has picked off a lot of the Hearser. There's still 5 Hearser remaining, 4 Hearser now remaining for Skady. No more myth unit spawns for him in this fight, as it's looking like potentially GrandMonster is getting a big comeback here. The population getting very, very equal here, as Skady is not able to completely clean GrandMonster here, and GrandMonster survives another day. The Ursa popping out, going to start chasing down the Iron here, which can only move at 3 speed. GrandMonster managing to survive in this stage of the game. The gold situation is 700 gold left. He still has 1800 gold in the front of his base. So the question is going to be, can GrandMonster get access to this gold mine and hold on to it? Seeing more throwing axe coming out, the Ursa coming out as well, as Skady retreating away here. And that's going to be... going to be very, very scary here. Those Iron here definitely need to fall here for Skady if he can. But I guess more of the Iron here are going to keep pumping out here, as Skady's got so much favor in the bank. And he's just going to wait this out. He's thrown his advantage quite clearly there, as he definitely didn't have the amount of units to just bum rush that town center like he did. But he's still got a sizable army. Still has roughly the same population as GrandMonster, but with the Iron here, if he's fighting a decent fight, he's going to be okay. Now we see the Ursa coming in, pushing the villagers off of this gold mine. Does get a villager kill there. A couple of other villagers are he going to kill the Ox Guard as well there. Nice play. Well, there are a couple of goats left in the base for GrandMonster. Some more. Oh god, there's so many longhouses here for Skady. The building, he's got 4 out plus the temple, so he's going to be shooting back up to full population very, very soon. Now we see the dwarves coming back onto this location, and we're going to see another fight ensue here. 3 Iron Hears. What you want to do with them is you want to try and make sure that the horn blows at separate times here. You don't want to have 2 blowing at the same time, because that means well, you don't get more damage basically. So got to make sure they blow at the right time. Now the dwarves getting pulled in here. We do see a Valkyrie spawn. The Iron here need to start getting that special ability here to turn the fight, and that's what's going to be happening here. Nice fight here for Skady, as he's also taking down those dwarves. It's 35 villages to 41 villages in this fight. Those throwing axes going to town on the Iron here. The Iron here doing so well here. Valkyrie spawn again. More Iron here flowing in. It's 101 pop to 54 pop, as GrandMonster is not able to hold on in this game. The villagers falling, the army falling, and the army is just continuously flooding in here for Skady. GrandMonster has no chance here and does tap out yet again. Another 11-minute victory for Skady, showing how easy it is to deal with this obnoxiously overpowered Odin that I've been hearing about. All rushes, all complete dismantles of GrandMonster, and GrandMonster not able to show off his ability to play this game at all in this series. And Skady gets the easy dub here, gets to go on to the finals to meet the victor of Shelty Chemo. My golly gosh, GrandMonster needed to get to the heroic age here somehow, some way, but just was not able to. And Skady even gave him an opportunity here, but he just wasn't able to take full advantage of it. And that was the game. GG, well played. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.